So I'm going to lump the next two into the same category. So tension and squash and stretch. Now squash and stretch is going to be more for the people who are more stylized and more in the animation field, and tension is going to be more for the people who draw more realistically and use their shape design more towards costume design on that realism spectrum that we talked about. So basically putting is you want to avoid a monotony, and with squash and stretch that's kind of what it is. So a straight line, you know, these straight lines here, this straight line here, straight line here, these lead the eye quickly, right? And a curve slows down, but it creates a tension where it meets. The tension is in between. It's kind of like if you pull on a rubber band, right? You feel it at the apex of stretching it out, but the tension is in between. It's all of that energy you're holding in between. So this straight edge is the tension laying on the ground, and then this is where that muscle is not tensed up. This is where it's tensed up because he's bringing it upwards. So where you decide to put curves and lines is how you should feel about your squash and stretch and your tension. So that's that curve versus straights. Things to also think about are, let's see, bones are usually going to be straights. And curves is going to be muscle, fats, clothing, or just plain old flesh. So that's the idea behind it. Straights versus curves. So how you're using it, whether it be, you know, how you're explaining, here's my straight, that's where all, well, plus that's where my bones are as I'm going across, and then this is where it's a little bit lax. And the tension is that feeling between the two. Is your eye distributing and understanding curves and straights?